Hello, comrades. It's Premier River, and I am excited to be back at my wondrous city of Neuve Revergrad. I have been looking around, and over the past week, I'm trying to record the episodes on the weekends, just because it gets awful hard to try to get them done at night and all that stuff. Most of you guys know that. For those of you who enjoyed the live stream in the past, I do want to apologize real quickly. This is another Saturday that I probably won't get to it just because I'm going away next weekend, so I want to stay ahead of the videos as much as I can. And even though I could probably do a live stream, I'm going to spend this afternoon making a couple other regular videos like this. And, last weekend, a friend of mine's been sick in the hospital. That's taken up extra time. And then in addition to that, the Super Bowl happened, so I went and visited people with that. And then next week I'm going away again, so you get the idea. Life happens. I'm not complaining. Just it's, kind of been good to not have to worry about the live stream, even though I do miss it. I miss talking with you guys, and I promise to keep that in the back of my mind. So if you've been following the series, and many of you have, we did a lot of work to get our crops up. So I was looking at our economy here, and we just switched into December, but if we do last month, I was just looking at how much did we import. Well, a little bit of electronics and a little bit of meat. So I'm a bit concerned about the electronics because I don't understand exactly why we would have done that. So that's something that we have to probably improve at some point here. But I would like to take one of Antonio's suggestions, which is easy enough to do, low-hanging fruit. Quite a while ago, we cut this guy off from, this one and this one from making cars. And we had these two trains here that are set to export cars. So what I would like to do is get a flatbed truck. Will be enough, I think. Just one to get started, because this one would just be really low-hanging fruit to reset it up to load, not necessarily anything, but why not vehicles? And you could actually wait at both of these places. All right, and get started. All right, and so now what we want to do is he's not really producing much, but I don't really see us needing to produce too many other vehicles. So let's go to personal car. Let's make blue ones, because why not? And we don't have electronics here either. So I'm sort of wondering, well, you know what? I never set the electronics up because nothing needs them, or at least it didn't. Right? So they need electrical components, but they don't need electronics. So, oh good, we got another train ready to go. So let's get this guy into here. Now, one of my thoughts with these trains is to, that's a hopper wagon, I don't want that, is to keep producing these trains because they're the most expensive component, and then maybe we'll just buy cars for them. So while we're here, let's go ahead. I want to do something. All right, I don't know. I'm thinking 6. How many do we have? 7. Why not 8? We'll see if it causes problems. And then we'll open this guy up. We'll shrink. No, I don't think we need that open. It's not like we're going to copy this course at the immediate future. Though we might, but just not right away. What I want him to do is come to one of these stops. I don't think it makes too much difference, to be honest. I mean, they're both have stuff. Eventually we want 2 trains, but for now we'll just see how this goes. And we're going to come here, and we're not going to load anything. We're going to load coal and wait. And then I want you to come. I got lost. To here. All right. And then, I want you to unload. No, don't wait. Unload your coal. And then I want you to come. Well, this one should have plenty to go. And let's see how it goes. We'll start dropping off coal to here. right? And then don't wait. And then just keep going through here. Now, we don't really have any people coming into here at this moment, but I just want to make sure that this all works, right? So let's start him. Good. He didn't get a big red arrow or the magnifying glass thing. And then what I'll do eventually, and not in too much of a hurry, we have these guys working on these two tracks. So when we get this export, I'd like to send him over to export the excess coal. And then that obviously will move up the priority of straightening out and getting the steel mills fired up fully. But we really haven't, we're still working on these roads like forever, just because they're all little, almost all of them are these walkie type roads. And it just takes like a long time. And there's no real, like they got to come from all the way over here, which isn't too awful far, but it's just a slow process of getting all those roads built. I did get a question not too long ago in one of the comments about, do you recommend building the roads first or just getting the dirt? I think you're kind of better off getting the roads done in most cases, because once you get everything flowing, it's a real pain to cut the roads off. Not unless you have like a box situation like this will work out sometimes, but just repaving this one little section of road down here could block these people from getting to the path and then cause you to have escapees, right? While they're working on getting that upgraded. This is fully upgraded, but if it wasn't, so like here, for example, this road doesn't look like it's fully upgraded. If we're going to do that, we should do it, right? We shouldn't mess around too long. But anyway, that's kind of getting on a sidetrack, but we're waiting on this to a degree to get the steel. Like, why bother working on the steel too much if we can, like, we're going to have to rebalance it a bit anyway. We'll get more trains heading up there with more people, make sure they're going to all the right stops. So that's why I haven't worked on that. And that, by the way, also sort of feeds into firing up the auto plants completely. Right, because even though we're really not using that much steel, it's just been my hesitancy to use things that would export steel unnecessarily. So are we making a car? Yeah, we're making it awful slow. And we could probably, now that we're back full circle, probably talk about this mess. Now, are we making anything here? Yeah, we're just sort of stopped. And yeah, we're just sort of stopped here, I believe, as well. So it probably would be worth clearing some of this mess out. And maybe I'll do that if we pause the video. I don't want to spend too much time. Yeah, see, we only have one. I think we can hold, what, 8 in here? Yeah. So let's go grab, and I don't know if we need that many more flatbeds. 1, 2, 3. Right, and then you know what? Yeah, we'll. Now I can't see. Where is it? There we go. So we'll get these guys moved into a depot, which is kind of necessary anyway. And as soon as they are moved, I'm gonna go. Let's switch that other production over. Oops, I should have closed that one. Since we have this one open, won't hurt to have an extra one. All right, so now let's change this production to red cars. Now they should actually produce a fair number of red cars. All right, so we should decide what we're going to do with all these other things. Like, I definitely want these dumpers. Let's see, do we need more dumpers over in our vehicle storage? No, but where's our other over here? By the way, the map is definitely getting kind of laggy, if you guys can't notice that. I definitely do. Sometimes you notice these things more. We'll put them in here with the other one. Because some of this stuff we may just sell. what do we have over here? Yeah, we have open yards. Yeah, so we're going to be producing more of these blue ones once we start taking stuff out of there. Combines. Yeah, combines. So we're going to deal with those, but let's shrink this up for a minute. We're trying to send them down closer to someplace a little closer to the farms. Now, we're not getting any cars out. We're making cars. We're going to store them in here. Should we just sell off some of these? Well, they would be good for upping the farming. Yeah, let's sell. Let's just sell some off, just for the sake of $1 million or $2 million, over $2 million for a truck. Yeah, there's at some point. I understand what they're doing, and I don't think they planned on us playing until 2036, but hey, you know. Yeah, so we'll sell off a bunch. And then let's open this many. All right, and we'll be able to see. Do we have, what I would like to do is get a few more down towards the farms. And once the game save's done, yeah, we could throw some more of them in here. A little closer to the farms. Because I do think I want to do that thing where we take most of the vehicles out of the farms. I think that's coming. I want to see how it works out. Let the crop issues we had over in the new, I think it's, was it New Farm Loc or no, Farminski. We had some problems over there. And I'd like to get those worked out a little bit before we fully commit to that. And this is the wrong one. And then, yeah, I think we just get rid of, let's get rid of these 6. We can always make more. All right, it's a little more awkward when they're not in the middle. Can I hit enter? No. These are worth a good amount of money, aren't they? Now, I don't know if this is the best way to do it, or could we send them by train? I guess you could. Right, there we go. So now we should be able to go get another flatbed. We have one here. Yep. I just want to use some of those up around there, and then we'll. What did I do? There you go. All right, so you're going to come to here. And then here, vehicles and weight. You know what? We really don't want them waiting here, do we? Yeah, it won't hurt. There's only 2. There's 2 parking spaces in there, so if there's not a train there, they might as well wait, right? Save a little bit of fuel. Okay, so yep, this guy's got a car on him. And this guy should be producing cars far more quickly. And then we kind of have this whole mess. And so let's get 8 of the fire trucks. All right, and we'll go over this way. Yep. And then this is for little buses, so we'll put the fire trucks in here. I don't know that we're going to ever need this many. Now, the other thing we could do, and I almost would want to definitely pause it, is start sending these guys out to... Sorry. Send them out to firehouses, right? Like we built... Oh, yeah, we built this firehouse. Like, why not 2? Now, can we send these guys direct? I kind of made... You guys know this story. Yeah, this guy's already... We need to give him a minute to get out of there so we don't keep grabbing. All right, like, why not This is a firehouse. It's got 2 trucks. All the firehouses should have 2. Yeah, we can send these guys direct because it's like a depot. All right, so why not? I don't know that we needed to up that one so much, but all right, kind of thing that might be better to do. Now, see, we're spitting these little buses out at a mile a minute. Let me just cancel that for a minute. We don't need that many little buses. Keeps putting them. There we go. All right, we'll fill up this guy. Where is it? Little buses. I think we got more than enough. And we do have extra trolleys, so that shouldn't be a problem. Seems like I should be there by now. There you go. That one can't get, so this one's going to get sold. $1.5 million for that. That's not too bad. All right, are you guys still leaving? Big bus. Let's send you over across the map, just because. All right, and then we have all these fire trucks. So let me pause it for a minute, and we got a boatload of dumpers. Do we really need that many dumpers? Let me go look. So I'm going to pause it. I'm going to decide what to do with the dumpers. I think I'm just going to grab the fire trucks and send them someplace. Now, do we have... Yeah, this guy's all filled up with tankers, cisterns. Like I said, we don't really call them cisterns here in the States too much. The only thing I call a cistern is like a poop tank. If you have a septic tank, you know, you're not hooked up to public sewers, you might have a cistern. There we go, so we can get that other one. Cool. So I really do like this layout here. So let me pause it for a minute and get rid of, you know, some of these vehicles, and then we'll come right back. I cleared out all of the vehicles, so now we are. Thank you for your suggestion, Antonio. And this was something I was going to do. I just didn't. In the grand scheme of things, I wanted to get that food situation kind of worked out, so we weren't importing that stuff. And so there we go. So that is taken care of. The next thing I think I'd like to do is, like I said, I'd like to get us to the point where never importing anything. So what did we do this month? Electronics again. So there's something going on with our electronics. Let's see. It could just be that there's not enough trains, right? This is a little bit of a weak system here. We'd have a hard time. Yeah, we definitely would have a hard time getting 2 trains in there. Now that looks kind of goofy as it is. Right, so let's see. Is it just that this train... Now, we are exporting electronics. And I'm wondering if we should just... Is it because we're... Yeah, I don't think there's anything that would be using electronics on. So for now, let's cut that off. And what that means is that instead of exporting that excess, like let's see, especially if we were exporting while we were importing, right? So let's just do this year. Yeah, see, we exported 76,000 electronics, and at the same time we imported 13,000 or 13 tons. So what that's telling me is that we probably could use another train, right? But then again, I don't know. Like, so in other words, like what's happening is because this guy's taking so long to fill up, by the time he makes his loop, he's waiting too long to go back to the cities, and they're using up all the electronics that are stored. Now, we could talk about increasing the amount that we're storing in these depots, because I've got it turned down. Like, in other words, let's see, I don't know where they're being stored here. There you go. See, so we only have like 35% electronics being stored here. I don't want to increase it too much, but see how they've already used up like 25, right? If this is 30 minus 55. So let's increase, let's hold 100 electronics at each one. Now I hope this doesn't, you know what, if I do that, we're definitely going to end up buying some. Yeah, let's just go up like 30. Right, so this will be like 30 higher, and we're going to do that to each one of our depots. Now, there was a suggestion, and I don't want to call anyone out, but the person will know who it was, and if you read the comment, you'll be able to figure it out. It's not that big a deal, but I don't want to, you know, badmouth a person. And it's not even badmouthing. Get the wrong impression. They talked about upping the amount of food that we store in here, because I definitely have it like turned lower. And if you think about it, if we don't have enough food going around the circle, then what you want, you know, you like the problem we're having with this electronics is that we're not storing enough, and then by the time the train gets around, you're using them all up. So, but if you were to put more than we need, like this 80 may be more than we need, you'd be better off selling those. Like if we only needed 60 over here, then the 50, the other 20 are just a waste, right? Like, in other words, in an ideal situation, you would leave just enough in here that they would have enough, and then the train would show up a minute later and drop the next one off. Now that's ridiculous. You're not going to be that efficient about it, right? But by doing it this way, and then the other thing is like this one, I'm going to turn them all to 80, and look, this one is probably purchasing them, so getting this one up is definitely a good thing. Now they may or may not be using more electronics at some of these, so you know, really what you would want to do is see exactly how many electronics they're using over here. Like how many electronics are they selling per month or per whatever that comes off of this depot here, and then you would know, because I think it might be also supplying this one over here as well. So now this, you know, the city. So in any event, we're just going to up it. We're not going to get that micromanaging about it. Depot over here. All right, we'll look for. Yeah, we'll take that up. See, and then now the problem's going to be is that it's going to dump off. We're going to end up buying electronics until we get to the point that everybody's happy. Right, now this one is holding more other stuff, so we sort of have to take that up a little extra. You know, why are you holding those? So I guess you're holding those for construction purposes, huh? You know what? We're really not going to be doing much construction. There you go. That's pretty good. Okay, so the last and certainly not least, MB distribution. Yep, take that way up. The clothing, we got to rebound. We'll take clothing back up to 60. We'll take this up a little extra high. You know, this one, why don't we just take them to 50? I think the best way to take them to 50-50. Let's do full clothing, 100%, and then we get to the round numbers. We'll just do 50-50 on clothing and electronics. Yeah, we'll just see how that goes. So the problem's going to be is that train only has like 100 on it. So until he gets around and gets all these filled up, we're probably going to end up buying electronics, because he's going to drop off like way more in a sense than it's needed. But I think that's going to get us to the point where we should have enough in storage for each of them to last until the next train comes by, or the train comes by again. In this case, it's only one train. And then we'll know if we're just not making enough. Now, the other thing is we don't have this fired up at all. So we could talk about what it would take to get this fired up better, right? So what do we have? We're going to get decent workers there and no workers here. So we would need... So this is going to be one of those situations where we have trucks coming in, bringing mechanical components and plastics. Right? And then what else do you need? Electrical components. How are the electrical components getting in here? Or is there just another truck that's... Yeah, we're low on electrical components, huh? Yeah, so this is planned in route, and this would be our electric components. Okay. Well, let's see why that is. And is it because the train steals everything from them, or is this guy getting priority? Good, that guy's getting priority, so he's just coming back and forth. Now, are we waiting on them? Yeah, see, we're not making any more because we're not getting those electrical components, which means, and then we're not exporting those. One of the reasons I put this in there, except for when I export, I don't put one of those past there. Yeah, so when it comes to our electrical components, we're really not ramped up here either. So let's start doing that. We should have a bus stop here, and then how are these people going to get to work? I really kind of need another bus stop probably, don't I? I don't know what I was thinking. All right, these people can just walk there if they are so inclined. This was one of my early layouts, and I really could probably use trolleys in here. Or trams, whichever the game calls them. Yeah, because I mean, people here, workers without a job. I'm thinking maybe, can you guys reach this bus stop? Yeah, you can. It's kind of far, but yeah, so how would you guys, there's no real, we could build a little bridge over here, but that would be, yeah, maybe we will do that. I don't know if we can get it. Let's see, can we get a bridge in? It would be nice if there was footbridges. All right, walking speed. Yeah, there's no difference. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, let's see, can we get a bridge? Over this. Oh, you know what? I want to check one more thing. Still can't attach the... Oh, that's... Right. Nah, they didn't let me. So yeah, I was just hoping maybe they would let me. It'd be nice if they could walk through the building, right? Yeah, so we need to get in here. That's not going to be that far a walk. All right, let's go back and see. The bridge wasn't being too cooperative, was it? 1, 2, 3. Well, you know what? I don't know. Do we even need to go up 3? I don't think we do. Let's go down. Just see if we can't. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a pain, isn't it? Now, will the other bridge type be friendlier? I don't think it really notices the difference in the bridge type. I guess the best thing, let's start here. Alright, because in theory we should be able to is it a matter of we're not high enough up? I think I like the way this one looks. Yeah, see, the problem with going up 3 is that it's just such a it's just going to be such a long distance back down on the other side is what I'm more concerned with. I'd like to keep that like real short. Looks like it should cross. Yeah, maybe we do it a little bit more of an angle. Yeah, you definitely look like you should cross there. Oh, I saw green. Yeah, we made it over with 3. We make it back down. I'm not the wrong. Oh, I saw a green flash. Where was that green flash? Were you just faking me out? All right, building in the way. Angle too sharp. Yeah, see, I don't know. I think it's going to be easier just to build another bus stop at that point. All right, probably have a little more control over the situation as well, and I think we could go right across the street there. So let's go and get... Yeah, not that kind. Yeah, small bus platform. All right, might as well put it... We're going to have a nice short walk. All right, and then these guys aren't doing anything. The other ones are working on Nueve Rivergrad over there, so we'll get these guys to do that. And then, do we have... Yeah, they got a nice short walking path there. So is there any reason this guy's not fired up? Well, we don't have trucks, but we can take care of that. Yeah, so let's add you to here. And then what we have is trucks that are just driving around forever in circles, right? So you're going to load here, take plastics to each one. Maybe we do something similar. Yeah, you're heading where? Yeah, you're heading back and you still have 0.43. So really we could add another stop in here, right? So which one's this? Keep them going in a circle. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. He comes in here, then he'll come around to here, and then he'll come to here. All right. Yeah, it doesn't matter because they're pulling in the street, so they'll go in, bop, 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 come back out. Doesn't matter exactly the order. Hopefully that works. And then I probably should have left him open just so I don't keep grabbing them. We'll do the same thing with this one. Yeah, because you guys are getting your plastics and whatnot from over here. Yeah, let's shrink that guy up so I don't keep opening them. Or if I do open them, yeah, there's our chemical guy. What other, is that it? Steel guy, open haul. All right, so now assuming we're not using too much of that stuff for the, like if we have to put more trucks on that route, then we can, but this is probably the plastics, yeah, and this is the steel, and then this is the mechanical components which need to go over here. So we need 2 more trucks to go, or 3 more trucks, right? 3 more box trucks, and they can all just sit in here. Do we have any right here? We got one. Shrink that guy up. Is the building on fire or did it burn down? Now we sold off all those box trucks, right? I will grab them out of here if I can. Just might as well keep them. Yeah, we're gonna go into our stash. Nice. So now you guys will pretty much do where we're at. Yeah, so you guys are going to get Let's just leave this open so I remember. Yeah, you're going to come over here to get electrical components. And then come to here. Alrighty, right there. Wait. Right, so you can start. And then you are going to get mechanical components. Now, there's another question that I would have. Would it be better just to go get mechanical components directly from the mechanical components factory? You can start. We'll take a look at that in a minute. We need plastics. No, I'll change your... Oh, you're... Okay, you're not in a depot. Wait, why are you... What are you... You're... I got you out of construction office? Wasn't real good. Yeah, look at that. We got... That's right. We sent a bunch of those down there. At least he was working. I probably would have sent him out of there or tried to do something dumb. Okay, so anyway, we got this guy. I'll move him over. And you're going to come over here. Wait to get plastics. Right, and then let's just close everything here after the game save gets done. And you are going to send people to both places. All right, so how many buses do we have coming into here? 2. So you would think that would be enough, right? Yeah, this was from the days. Yeah, get in, get out. Yeah, I don't think that matters. Yeah, see, this is the problem with the buses, that they're back to back, and a lot of times, like that second bus just didn't drop off anybody. So now we actually have to get these guys down here and see if they do that, and then we'll get this built, and that hopefully will get our electronics flowing much more quickly. And besides not exporting them, we'll see. So that at least we'll get it off of our list of over here. Right, this is what we want to see. 0 imports. And all exports. Right. Now, for those of you who may or may not caught the last episode, let's just come over here real quick. Oh, what do we got going on? Question mark. What's wrong with you? Oh, that's right. We're working on paving this. You would think you could. Oh, you know what we don't have? We don't have a bulldozer. Yeah, you know what? We have this construction office here. What do we have? We're really kind of done with a lot of construction. There's 2 bulldozers, and this guy's already got a bulldozer in his back pocket. Yeah, let's send these 2 over to this other construction office for now. No, not a new stop. Go to here. There you go. All right, and then we'll assign this guy to work on these. And then eventually, once that little problem gets straightened out, we'll probably move some stuff around. Might even do that. Yeah, you know, I'd like to leave... yeah, let's take 2 of these out. And there you go. Look, this guy... There you go. Look, we didn't even need to do anything. We just got them all too jammed up. There you go. Right? There you go. So we didn't even need to do that, but that's okay. I didn't notice those guys in there. But that wasn't even the reason I came over here. When we last left, we had like close to 4,000, 3,000. So we are working down on the amount of crops in some of these fields. And yeah, so until that gets, yeah, this guy got stuck in there. That's the reason that other guy's probably got a symbol on him. I know I could probably just pay for that road, but yeah, we're doing fine, right? There's no train sitting here, which is good or bad. Look at that. Are we getting extra crops? Yeah, would it be worth? Well, let's just see how things go. It's as long as we're not buying food, I'm pretty happy with it. Again, I want to keep our exports to zero, or our imports to zero, as we ramp up our exports over here. So I guess the other thing to check on is, are we getting enough? Yeah, we got crops in there. No crops there, but we're producing full speed. Yeah, that's a good sign. What are you doing? Yeah, you're the one that comes in from the other place. And then the other place we use crops, and I looked at this earlier. Yeah, we're not getting many crops over to here. Clothing, grain, storage, load. Clothing, grain, storage, unload. Oh, sorry. Let's go to the train station instead. You're the chemical truck sitting right there. And you, I think he's just sort of low man on the totem pole is what's happening. So like, even though we're getting some crops in, we're not doing it uber efficiently when it comes to, like, they don't load these trains evenly. Like, they won't keep loading this guy and get him on his way. They'll stop and then start loading this one. Now, fortunately, this one came in. This is kind of what I'd like to see more often. I did get a question like, what would I do differently? And I think I'm going to learn a lot when it comes to this with these trains and trying to get them a little bit more efficient, and the balancing act and some of the what I consider goofiness is. So yeah, we definitely need to get some more crops over to our clothing more consistently. How are we doing here for our meat? Very little. And it's just because, well, we do have meat maxed out here, but then it's not just going into the storage, is it? That's all right. As long as the trains are running around and people aren't buying meat, I'm okay with that. And how are we doing here with these fields? All right, and this isn't one that we converted over yet. They still have all their covered halls in there. So, yeah, see, we definitely see these fields sitting empty at that point, or sitting ready to harvest. No, is this one? Yeah, we're doing okay. I'm going to keep a better eye on that. I don't want to get into the clothing too much more. But so far, we've got our electronics ramped up. And we could probably... What else could we ramp up? Let's go look at... Yeah, we made another train. Let's go use up these two trains someplace. And speaking of train someplace, let's... Oh, come on. Yeah, you... This guy has a course to go get cars out of here, though we're probably not going to make cars. Yeah, I don't think we need... Oh, yeah, you know what? We want this open. So we're going to put some... Decide on what we're going to do. Where can we use more stuff being hauled around? How are we doing? We're not quite ready to export. So that means anything from this side would be a little bit lower priority. Probably the other... Yeah, I'd really like to maybe get this fired up. Like, we got coal in here. Are we exporting coal? What did I do? Yeah. No, we didn't actually get any coal exported. I closed that train. And I mean to close this window. And I end up closing the wrong thing with hitting the escape. Yeah, so what do we want to do? I think, why don't we put another, that coal train was very successful. Where is he? Yeah, what we can do is come over here somewhere. All right, is he going there? All right, let's close this, open this, copy that route to this train, close that, and I want you to come here and load at this one. What? Why are you? I don't understand. Yeah, why is he? Oh, because he doesn't have any cars? Okay. Let's, there you go. Did I miss? Something missed. Couldn't have been my fault. Okay. So now, yeah, let's get rid of that stop and that stop. And I want you to load coal. Take it just the same way the other guy is. You can wait to load. And then, yeah, I don't want you waiting at either of the other stops. And then eventually we'll, that's right, we're not exporting yet because our railroad track's not done, but that's fine. That'll get this guy going because that is one of the next things. I'd like to get some coal out of here. So let's start that one. In sync with the game. The game pauses and I pause talking. Okay, so now probably could stick more in here. How are we doing? All right, we got tons of bricks there. Do we have a brick train? Yeah, is he exporting any place? No, I definitely think we should. We could definitely talk about adding another bricks train. Let's go. Because why not? Well, because again, he's the same story with this other one. I really want to get this line done. And then we could start exporting to here for these guys that are up this way. Now, the other question is, yeah, as we move forward, we're going to want to probably put more in here, but I've also been waiting. Yeah, we probably could just use more trams up here. Let's shrink this down. So do we switch over to trams? Would be another question I would have. All right, we really don't have too many people in here. Yeah, we're producing, but we're just not getting it out fast enough. Yeah, and until we start exporting it, this guy's just going to come around with more stuff. So let's hold off on that until we get that road over there done. As far as, you know, let me pause it because I'm getting kind of spun around in circles. And let me go look for something we could do with this train where you guys don't have to sit here and watch me float around the map. I think, oh, do we have, well, is this plastics factory working? Yes, but we don't have a train. There we go. All right, so we'll get, let's purchase some box cars. And then there's not one. Yeah, we'll get these just because they're a different color then. All right, we'll get 5 of those. 6? Yeah, let's get 6. Yeah, that's on the wrong train. Well, I guess I could tell because of the capacity thing. Good, so we close that. Now this guy, where do we use plastics? And but this probably wouldn't hurt over here, so we're going to need some here. Well, let's get them. What is this? close that for a minute because it's confusing me. Now, we probably already have another plastics train on the map, but we're going to come to here and get plastics. Load them. All right. Yeah, that's plastics there. Unload plastics. Do we want him to just wait here, or do we have another place we're using plastics? Clothing, right? No, clothing, it just uses chemicals. Who else is using plastics? The trucks, or the vehicle thing. The vehicle depot. So which one of you, your fabric, your electrical components, mechanical, yeah, your plastics. Yeah, we really don't need that many plastics, but we can send this guy in here. So you're going to go over there, then you're going to spin over this way. And I guess this is in and out. I forget which one. Which one do the trains come in on? All right, you know what? Let me pause it. We're about to export some cars, which is good news. Let me pause it until we get one of these trains back here, and then that'll also give me that minute to make sure we got enough to talk about before the end of the episode. All right, see you guys in a second. Okay, just as well I stopped. I didn't realize how long the video had been going on, but there you go. This answers my question. So we want him to go to, like, say, this waypoint, right, and then go to this stop and load plastics. Right, and then do we want to start exporting plastics? I don't think it would kill us. All right, you guys. Yeah, you guys are making chemicals. I think we're going to have enough plastics. Let's give it a shot. And then we'll, if it doesn't work out, we can always change it. Nothing is going to be the end of the world. Earlier, what I was saying is when I go to a customs house, I just unload anything. And I think that's a good thing because then it'll let me see it quicker. All right, so let's start that train. Like I said, I did figure out that the episode is about the length. So what I'm going to do probably in the next episode is talk about some of our other construction projects, maybe let a little time flow. Yeah, we got workers and we're backed up on plastic, so it was good that we found that. And then we got plenty of chemicals in here. All right, do we have a chemical train? Where is our, oh, there he is. He's hiding behind the building. Yeah, so everything's backed up there. And then we could see, I'll give it a little bit of time to see if that works. And then I think we need to get this assigned. They should be able to get in there now. Oop, that's not the office. And yeah, build this. So we'll come back in the next episode and we will, what are you doing? Yeah, just, okay, kind of scared me when I see he wasn't moving. He's just getting out into the wide world. All right, so we'll see how this goes with this, and then I'm probably going to at least leave enough time play that we can get this done so we can set these routes up proper. I can see this road still getting built. He's got the roller out there, so I don't really plan on trucks going there too much, but why not? And then let's see, did we, in this episode, this past month or so, I don't know how long we spent in the episode, 0, that's not what we want, last month. There we go, guys. We had a month with 43 million in profits and 0 imports. That's, I want to see within reason, it's, how high we can get this without doing too many things. And then I'd like your guys' suggestions in the near future for what we do for the next series. Is there a particular challenge you'd like to see? Is there a different map that would be better to go with, or just whatever? I'm going to make the decision in the end about what I want to do, because I don't know that the next series would go 200 episodes, but it's going to be what I want to do. But I definitely am open to suggestions. Your suggestion may give me a new idea. And in the next episode, I'd like to think about improving our oil. Now that we have the other plastics, we can probably get this shut down. But we'll see. There's a train coming in and out of here. We'll see if he can join the party, or what we do with him. And then, yeah, we'll see, because we're really getting close to the end. So definitely let me know if you have a suggestion for the next series. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good day and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.